Hi, Kiba folks. This is Pete58 with Shadow the Hedgehog, and I'm here for another edition of Bad Netflix Bad Movie Reviews. Now, I saw a doozy last night. It's available on Netflix now, as all my reviews are. It's called The Haunting of Whaley House. This movie, I could say a lot of things about it, and none of it would be good. But, I'm going to slug through the review as best I can, because this was a powerhouse of a bad movie, I mean, this was one, I thought the other movie I had watched, Mirror, was bad. Mirror is Citizen Kane compared to this movie. Now, maybe not Citizen Kane, maybe like Shawshank Redemption, That's probably a better way to put it, but, okay, I'm just going to start and work my way through it, and if I lose you, I'm sorry, because this movie had lost me a couple of times. I'll just start with the characters rather than at the very beginning of the movie, because I'll get to that in a minute, but the movie's about a young girl named Penny. She's a med student, and she has to pay her way through medical school, so she needs a job. She doesn't get a job at a McDonald's or a Burger King or a Foot Locker or basically a Starbucks. Any place anybody could get a job, she doesn't go to. She goes to America's most haunted house, the Whaley House. It reminds me a little bit to describe about the Whaley House. It's similar to the Jenny Wade house, a little, but not very much relevant. Just the way they try and present it as a 19th century home, and there's a young girl who's haunting the place because she died tragically. They try to present it as that. It seems like to me. I know I just went there about a month ago, but that was the kind of vibe I got from this movie. Now, the movie's about a girl named Penny, and she gets a job there, and it's the most haunted place in America. And so one day, her and her friends are out at a cemetery just hanging out, and, her friends are just, I don't understand why she's friends with them. They just seem like the most moronic bunch of people you will ever meet. And I'm not kidding. It's their dialogue is so moronic and just unbelievably stupid. Now, I've been a 20-year-old in my early 20s, and I've had stupid conversations, but there's just something about this. It's just so stupid. It's like the person who wrote this dialogue had never been around people before, or at least people that were young. It's like this guy just was. It's like a bad assumption of what young people talk about, because it's like, they're in their 20s, but they talk about stuff that middle schoolers would talk about at that age. That's the best way I know to describe it. Now, as any haunted movie or a movie about ghosts, it's going to have, your old people giving warnings, stupid or horny kids. There's not really sex in this, which I was surprised about. I was waiting for them to be, banging each other on, this dead girl's, school desk or something. I don't know, but I expected it, but I was surprised it wasn't. There's the shitty paranoid friends, they just, you wouldn't be friends with these people in real life, but we're supposed to assume that, these group of friends are just the bestest of friends, and it's just stupid. It is, the friendships are not believable. The way these characters interact and talk is not believable. It's just really shitty script writing, I guess. I don't know. The dialogue's just horrible. Now, I told you about the Penny and her friends, Vanessa and Giselle, and I forget. I really do forget, because I don't care. There were so many characters, and it's just, you didn't want to remember. You just wanted this movie to be over. But anyway, we get to meet more characters that are more annoying. My favorite, or my least favorite character in this movie has got to be Ray. Ray is like a hybrid between Steve Urkel and Zach Braff from Ghost Adventures, but without any of the sexiness or coolness. Just imagine, all the stupid shit about Steve Urkel. If you don't know who he is, Google it. and then turn those settings up to like 11, and then add the know-how of ghost hunting of Zach Braff from Ghost Adventures, and just throw that in, you know, but with none of the coolness, you know, that Zach Braff portrays. Just take all that out, you know, and you've got Ray. This character, who could I put him up there with? Mika from Paranormal Activity. I know I mentioned him in an earlier review. Who else? Manos, the Hands of Fate. You remember the dad? Him. Kind of like him, but the dad in Manos was more likable, if you can believe that. Basically, he's the character that, wow, you know, I'm so glad. I'm going to give away, there's spoilers in this, I'm going to tell you, he gets like this grand fucking he gets a fucking like that by some sort of ghost, you know, and I was so happy because he was just annoying the fuck out of me right until the very fucking second he died. I was glad he got killed. I mean, I said that, you know, about that Steve guy in the mirror, how I was glad he was dead. Well, Ray is worse. Ray's worse than Steve. You know, I wanted him to get stabbed, but he didn't, but something really bad happens to him, so, you know, score 1 for the good guys, or whatever. And now Ray, the amateur ghost hunter, brings along a man named Keith Drummond, a TV psychic. You know, he's been all kinds of TV shows. He doesn't seem very psychic to me. He just seems to be talking to people, and he guesses one girl's an Aries, and he's wrong. You know, great, he's a psychic. Okay, so I don't know. He's just the worst TV psychic ever. He does nothing psychic, really. You know, he just kind of runs around like an idiot. But, you know, and he has a drinking problem. And I love with these movies, there's always a character. There's at least one character that's going to be fucking annoying. Ray, Steve from the mirror. And with a drinking problem, you know, like, you know, this asshole. You know, the Keith Drummond, the TV psychic. You know, I mean, he's so wooden, this guy. And it's like, why does he have a drinking problem? You know, he doesn't even seem like he's stressed out about anything. You know, people are getting killed, and he's just like, oh, it's all right. Okay, great. It's all right. Fine. Just keep drinking. Anyway, now another problem with this movie is, at random times throughout this movie, from right in the very beginning, in the middle, and again, they will introduce a character. You never find out who it is or what they are to the plot, but they will get killed. And they don't explain to you why, who this person is, what they're doing there, because they seem to just navigate or gravitate towards the house, and then they just meet some horrible fucking end. And as cool as that is, you just don't understand it. I mean, imagine watching, like, I don't know, fucking, you know, Batman versus Superman. Imagine it came out, or no, Star Wars, that's coming out sooner. Imagine that, and you're watching it, and then in another scene, I don't know, fucking a character gets killed. You know, just some random character, and there's no dialogue. They don't really tell you much about who this person is. And not only do they get killed, but they get killed, like, by fucking, like, I don't know, Luke Skywalker. And they don't explain to you why or what the set. I mean, that's what that's like. It's just, it's so out of left field. You just have people randomly coming to this house for just random reasons. Some are crazy, others are horny. I don't know. Others are stupid. But in the end, they always get killed, and just, you know, there's no explanation of why or what or anything. It's just one of those things. It's, well, just throw somebody get hit by a bus. Well, why? You know, because we got a bus. Let's run somebody over with it. That's what I feel like. I feel like, you know, they just added shit in just to add shit in. It's probably, you know, it's Asylum Studios, so what do you expect? Now, Ray, as I was saying before, you know, he, like the other characters, when they get annoyed, or especially Ray, when he gets annoyed or angry or scared, you know, they act like toddlers. Ray especially, you know, he's like a 4-year-old, you know, who's gotten his fucking bink taken away from him. And he just doesn't shut the fuck up. And it's like, you know, if that ghost hadn't killed him in that movie, I would like to have thought one of his friends would have fucking stabbed him in the face. Because even before he was acting annoyed and angry, he was already annoying to me. This movie, you know, this character, he blows my mind. Because somebody went like this and was just like, oh, Ray, he's a good character. And they typed it up and they wrote it, and this guy got like $10,000. Fuck, man. I mean, maybe that's the point. Maybe he was supposed to be so fucking annoying that you wanted him to die. Because let me tell you something. A lot of these fucking characters, when they died, I was fucking cheering. You know, like fucking, Eagles winning the Super Bowl cheering. That's how fucking crazy it was. I was so stoked when Ray got fucking, that fucking throat crushed. Oh, it was fucking great, man. But, other than the people dying painfully, this movie was a fucking fall on its face, flat, fucking boring. I fell asleep twice. And, there was screaming and shit going on, and it still fucking bored the fuck out of me. It's under 90 minutes, but it felt like 4 fucking hours watching these fucking annoying assholes get fucking offed. Twice. That never fucking happens to me. I don't fall asleep during a fucking movie. Jesus fucking Christ, man. But I did, and now the best death, and by best I mean funniest, is the lead character, Penny. Now, I haven't told you much about, I guess, these characters, but they're so stupid that you just have to see the movie to understand how stupid these people are. But Penny, the lead character, the one that seems to be wanted by all these ghosts, her death is the best. And let me tell you something. It is so stupid I laughed. I just watched it, and usually you see something happen, at least me. I won't have an initial reaction right away. It might take me a few seconds to be like, huh? Or... we're like, oh fuck, that's horrible. I watched, and it, like, not even a second, I just started laughing because this stupid bitch, and I don't mean stupid bitch in a derogatory, it's just like, oh my god, dumb bitch, I'm sure she's not a bitch, but it's just like, ugh. I mean, that's what happens when she dies. It's a lulz, Lulz. That's what her death is like. It's like, oh my fucking god, and I laughed, but I got frustrated after. It's like, all this, an hour and a half of my life gone just to watch this dumb girl fall backwards down a flight of steps, and they didn't even show it. That's what made it even funnier, is that you don't even see it, you just hear it. Because she just like, and she just falls back. It's like a stupid fucking movie. I'm getting all excited, I'm getting myself all hurt in my arms, and I mean, that's how bad this movie is. It's just, oh my god. But in the end, it's happy because she's a ghost now too, and she gets to be stuck in that fucking house. That's why you go work at McDonald's or something, I'm sure that probably would have paid better anyway. I don't know. In the end, the music sucked too. The song that came on at the ending credits, it's like, it's stupid. There is nothing good about this movie other than the fact that the annoying characters in it, a couple of them meet a real gruesome death, I was so ecstatic to see some of these people die. I actually felt bad afterwards. I couldn't sleep for at least 5 or 10 minutes when the movie was over. But I got over it, and, I think you will too. Yeah, The Haunting of Whaley House, it's just up there with, like, the king of crap, or crap movies. Craptacular, craptastic, crappy, slappy-dabby ding-dong, I don't know. But that's The Haunting of Whaley House. Shadow, what did you think? That sucked most of my game. Well, come on, relax. Your game wasn't that bad. Oh, fuck you. Alright. Anyway, please spin dash that like and sub button, and check out the link in the link in the description below to my book and my other books available on Amazon.com. Pretty good prices. Christmas is going to be here soon. It's a good Christmas present for somebody's into reading. And Shadow, are you ready to spin dash us out? Yes. Alrighty. Hi, Kiba.